for Unit 2, Lesson Set 8. The second video is going to teach you about the present value of a periodic deposit investment. And remember, when we're talking about a periodic deposit, that means money is put in each compounding period. So you're increasing your principal base throughout the time frame of your investment. So B is still your ending balance. In this case, P is the principal or the original balance, or in this case, it's going to be the periodic amount deposited. R is going to be your rate, N is the number of times compounded, and T is the number of years. Now, for this formula, the way that this formula was done, they took the present value formula of a periodic deposit, and we converted it so that it solved to get P by itself. Okay, so in this case, if we want to get P by itself, the first thing we want to do is we want to move this R divided by N, because anytime we multiply both sides times what's on the bottom of a fraction, it eliminates what is on the bottom. So we're going to multiply both sides times R times N, and what happens is it cancels out on the right side, and we are left with R divided by N times B multiplied times the 1 plus R divided by N to the NT minus 1. So now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to move the rest of the top of the equation except for the P to the other side. So because it's being multiplied, we would now want to divide both sides by that amount. And that means all of this cancels out, and we are left with P by itself, and our formula for the present value of periodic deposits would be shown on the screen. So looking at the example, Nick wants to install central air conditioning in his home in 3 years. So our time frame we're looking at is 3 years. He estimates the total cost to be $15,000. So that's how much we need our ending balance to be in the future. How much must he deposit monthly? So the thing that you need to pay attention here is he wants to deposit monthly. That means he's doing a periodic deposit. So that tells us we need to use the future value formula of a periodic deposit. Into account that pays 4% interest rate. Compounded monthly would be N equals 12 in order to have enough money. Now in this case they said round up to the nearest $100. So let's lay out our variables. Our ending balance needs to be 15,000. Our rate in decimal form is 0.04. Our number of times compounded, N, is 12, and our time frame is 3 years. So we'll pull up our future value of a periodic investment formula, plug in our amount, and you have to be really careful in the calculator. Remember, you need to solve the entire top first, then the entire bottom, and then take those two numbers and divide them. And you end up with 392.85975. They said nearest $100, so we're looking at the 3. Look at the number after it, which is 9. So that tells us we need to round it up, and so he needs to deposit approximately $400.